Okay, welcome to the Tuesday show. My name is Ultra David.
I'm James Chen.
Hey, I'm CJam. Alright. That went as smooth as it could go.
Yeah, it works. Alright,
Did Tasty Steve say something? Oh, I
he
didn't
did.
even hear him.
Yeah,
Okay.
it came out eventually. It trickled out eventually.
Okay.
So, we're going to be talking about a few interesting topics because some stuff has come out. We're going to talk about Injustice 2. That's not the only thing that has come out. We're going to talk about Ed in Street Fighter V, who has been playable on the beta there. We'll talk about a couple of tournaments that happened. BAM down in the southern half of the globe, and we'll talk about some stuff coming up. And some interesting other news that has happened. But let's start off talking about this Injustice 2. Jimmy, have you had a chance to play it or check it out at all?
Here, grab that yellow envelope. Dude, who is making all that noise in the background?
It's definitely Steve.
It's definitely Steve, yeah.
Okay.
I'm not doing anything, though.
You're doing a lot of stuff. I don't know what you're doing down there. It sounds like you're opening some bubble wrap or something.
So I'm opening bubble wrap right now, so...
I mean, he sounded like he was opening it.
Hey,
I don't
it
know
just
what
came
was
today?
happening.
Yes, I just got it today. I obviously just opened it up.
Right, this is a man who's very committed to his relationship with Amazon.com.
Yes,
And there's benefits to that, for sure.
yes.
Also some downsides. I've had the game since Friday.
Yeah, but
I've had it since last Wednesday.
you know,
I
Prime...
had it since I got back, which is what, a Saturday, Sunday, one of those days.
Slowpoke over here, but
But
hey,
see here,
Amazon.
like you get $10 off, like for Prime membership and stuff.
I'm not
like
saying it's a
that,
bad
so-
idea, I'm just saying it comes with downsides.
But you know what? I
Yeah.
couldn't have played it this weekend anyway. I was gone this whole time anyway.
There you go.
I mean, I went to do commentary today, and I had a week worth of knowledge.
So it was actually
That's valuable.
imperative for you guys to have played it.
Right, yeah. So
Yeah.
Steve and I did commentary on ESL today. That it went well because we both had been investigating the game. I mean, a lot of the characters that were played were returning from Injustice 1.
Yeah,
They were
that's
pretty
true,
similar,
that's
but
true.
even still. Anyway, so I guess I'll start. I've been playing the game since it came out. I have been playing it a lot, I would say, and I really like it. Okay, and I like it in ways more than just the video game gameplay, which I was pretty sure I would like, and in fact I do. But I think the story mode's pretty sick.
I
And-
see. I'm gonna definitely stream all.
Dude,
the
it's
story mode.
legit. And I will
I'm
tell
gonna play
you,
story mode.
as
I've like been trying to stay off of the internet because I don't want to get like spoiled on it.
For sure.
But I definitely want to go through it.
for sure. And then as a World of Warcraft grinder, I like my gear. Okay, and you can gear up yourself. Hopefully, Steve survives the oncoming train.
Yeah.
Yeah, what the hell is that?
But
There's
It's
some-
probably just this chair, man. You know what?
Well, that's not even just
That's
that.
not a chair
That's
noise.
like feedback. It's like you're getting feedback over there. I think it's like your speakers are going into your heads. Are you using a headset right now?
Yeah, I have a headset right now.
That's so weird. Okay.
You're definitely careful. There's a train really close.
yeah, also,
But
I think your mic gain is really high.
Yeah.
yeah,
The gain on your
But-
mic is really high. Yeah, so the gear system is really interesting too. I linked Injustice Mobile to my Injustice account, and like I'm getting gear that way, and I am basically cracking out on that.
On a
okay?
mobile game?
On both of them.
Oh, okay.
When I'm not playing the game
The
or
gear
working,
is
I'm basically
so
cracking
sick.
out on gear.
Gear is super duper sick. It makes you look cool, and it doesn't do anything in ranked matches, so you can wear whatever looks the coolest. Like, you don't have to wear, like, plus 50 to charisma, right? You can just, like, do whatever you want, right? It's super, super sick. And in tournament mode, which they have if you're playing offline, it randomly equips gear.
Dude, I saw you guys talk about that on ESL. As soon as I heard that, I was like, that's sick.
Yes.
I was
it
actually
just
happy.
randomly, like, puts on some piece of gear that looked really sick. Like, it's
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
I haven't got that far yet. I haven't got into like even playing story mode or getting gear. I just been trying to do like training mode stuff because apparently there's a lot I got to take in about this game. But it's not been too bad. But I think I'm just probably gonna stream all of like the story mode and stuff so I can like mess with the gear. Even though it really doesn't do anything, I still want to do it.
It's just
Yeah.
cool looking, man. And you can transmogrify your items. So
Right.
if you like how one item works, looks, I should say, but it like and you're playing with a system where the gear like matters, then you can change the looks of one pieces of gear into how another one looks, but retain its stats.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But, I mean...
It's really sick.
So someone, Manny in the chat was asking how will tournaments handle it. Look, basically, tournament mode and ranked mode online, just ignore all the benefits. It's just aesthetic at that point in time. So that's really cool.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Okay.
But dude, my Scarecrow looks like Voldo from Soul Calibur, but like he's rotting. It's like rotting Voldo.
Yeah,
It's super sick.
The thing that's actually impressive to me so far is just from all the random gear that I was seeing on the ESL stuff today. The characters have a lot of variety, but I don't feel like it changes them as much as like how Tekken changes them. You know,
right?
Like Tekken, like they just look like a completely different character.
Right? Yeah, they're not wearing baths, right? Like,
right. Or you don't have Blanca with Guardian Force kind of things. So.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not that extreme, but each character does change like significantly enough that it looks like there are a ton of alts, right? Like alt costumes or kind of.
Right.
But yeah, again, not like the Blanca thing,
Right.
and not like they're wearing a bathtub.
Right.
There's actually
That's
some
cool.
really cool stuff with that, like where, like in First Injustice, if you played yellow Green Lantern, like when you won, it would say Yellow Lantern wins instead of Green Lantern.
Nice, yeah.
Same thing with like if you play Supergirl, it says, and you have the Power Girl outfit, it says Power Girl wins.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
Green Lantern,
That's
he
actually
has
really
colors. He has like every kind of lantern. Like he has the White Lantern and the Pink Lantern and the Blue Lantern.
And they
like,
say
so
all
you
of
can be
them?
whatever
He
color.
has Red Lantern.
Yeah, they were saying like they have like all these crazy amounts of line and dialogue in the game, and I think that's really cool. I
That's
like,
sick.
even though I'm not the biggest fan of DC, I like to sit down and like listen and like find all of them.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how long that's gonna take, but I definitely want to hear it.
It is nice. Yeah, it definitely is nice. And even as we were commentating ESL today, there were moments when like the characters were talking to each other, and it was like almost funny in the game, like where Aquaman was talking to Black Adam, and he was like, "Go home, Adam," in like the middle of the game.
Yeah.
Like in the middle of the match?
They're like
Somebody
playing the
saying in the
match, and
chat
Aquaman hits
that
Adam with something, and he's like, "Go home, Adam."
That's so cool.
Was that an echo? Wait, what was that?
Oh.
No, he just said it again. That's all.
Oh, okay. I thought Steve's mic was echoing. I got super confused.
Oh, because David...
Go home, Adam.
Go
Go
home,
home, Adam.
Go home,
But somebody
Adam.
was saying in the chat, yeah, actually, Yellow Lantern had his own win pose too, where he would say
That-
yellow is power. But the
that's
game
sick.
would also say Yellow Lantern wins instead of Green Lantern. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
So like
It's
there was
just-
like that added effect that was super sick. Like
Dude,
honestly, the game is just super polished. There's a ton of really awesome content in there besides the main game. There's guilds.
You
So
can
you get
be
like
in
create a
guilds.
guild and you get guild loot. Like I have a Hoop Squad guild. It's
Oh,
hilarious.
wow. I'm telling you, this is like a fighting. As somebody whose main games are fighting games and WoW,
Yeah.
I'm in my wheelhouse.
I was even surprised too because Kotaku just actually put us an article that kind of said that the facial animations in the story mode were really good.
Yeah, it was.
And they had some examples in there, and for a while the faces look kind of whack in the game, but like the animations do look really good in the story mode. I was really impressed.
It does vary by character, I would say. Like Blue Beetle looks like a weirdo, but man, Superman, they put in a ton of time to some characters, and Superman looks great, and some of the other characters look great. So yeah,
Dude,
really well done.
One thing I will also add too, and I know you guys will talk about this a little bit, but the netcode is supposedly fantastic, and not only that, when you look at the credits, Tony Cannon's name is listed in there. They actually hired him to help with the netcode. Like
That's crazy.
Tony Cannon's name is in the credits. Someone took a screenshot of it. I think it was Arturo. Arturo took a screenshot of it, and I retweeted it. So that's why the netcode is so
Wow.
good.
Tony Cannon, of course, one of the founders of Evo, but also created GGPO.
Yeah.
One of the best, online fighting game playing mechanisms or whatever.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
he's actually helped. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's literally, I mean, like, Mike Z has worked on it for Skullgirls, and he's like, I just don't imagine why you would not use this for every game. And if it's not working well, then it's your fault because you didn't code it properly, you know, so...
Well, so far it's working really, really well. I'll tell you that. I have not had a bad match yet. The closest that I had to being bad was still playable. I could react in time, but like not ideally. And it was, that was one out of. I've been playing a lot, so I don't know, but it's been great in
I'm
general.
afraid I'm not that good yet. I'm not good enough to even want to try online. I'm still like learning stuff, so I'm like afraid.
That doesn't sound
Dude,
like Steve to me.
you know what?
I fight tomorrow.
When I played the beta, I was using Black Canary against another Black Canary, but I wasn't playing ranked or anything like that. The other Black Canary had like 700 billion times more hit points than I did and all this stuff. And I was so close to beating her like so many times.
Right.
Like I was, and the closest I got, as soon as I almost beat her, she finally quit the thing and was like, "I'm not gonna lose." I was like, "Oh, whatever, dude."
That's all right.
But yeah, no, I mean, look, I didn't know what I was doing. I had never played Black Canary before,
Yeah.
and it's not. I mean, look, it's you just got to learn what strings you want, and then just go at it like any other fighting game. I'm actually gonna sit down.
Like, you can just, especially with the gear now, if you play ranked matches, like, the gear is not a factor, so you don't even have to worry about that. And there's tons of people who are playing online who can teach you stuff or can play pretty much any character in the game. So, like, you should just tweet out and be like, yo, let's play games and learn. So, yeah, I mean, training mode is cool. Like, I training moded pretty much every character so that I would know how to commentate them and, like, know the basics, but got to get on there and play. There's so many people playing in rank. You got to get shot by Deadshot like 100 times, and you're like, all right, this character's dumb. And then, like, you know, you'll be good.
It is though a different kind of fighting game. I've been putting a couple of vids out on the youtube.com/UltraChenTV.
If you guys are watching, please go check those out because there's some really good information that David's been putting out on there for people who are not used to NRS games.
Yeah, just because NRS games have some of their own really unique ideas in terms of how to make strings work and how to do combos, and notation in the community is different and hit stun is different, and so if you are coming into it thinking that you're going to pick it up like it's Street Fighter or Gear or whatever, it's not like that. I mean, it's not so different. Like, once you understand that you have to do like X instead of Y, then you know, and you just go back to playing fighting games like normal spacing, pressure, whatever. It's just that you got to know those things, or you're just going to get ripped up.
It's interesting. I think it was. I even saw like Li Joe or somebody tweet like, "Why can't I combo my jump attack? I'm hitting it really deep." And you know, it was like, hey, I mean,
it's really weird.
I
was having the same problem. Like, I was sitting there trying to do like Robin stuff, and I was like, man, why is it so awkward to jump in and make a jump in combo on here? And it was like, well, I can't use 3 because that's a knockdown. So I'm trying to use 1, and it either whiffs or it just doesn't combo, and I don't know how. Like, I'm like, what's going on?
Steve, go watch David's videos.
You have to buffer the string into your jump attack.
Yeah, you basically have to.
Only want to do 1 hit though.
I mean, then you just do jump 2, I guess, but, you know.
No, I mean, basically you have to actually chain it. If you want to just do jump attack and nothing else, then...
Yeah.
I guess you can do that, but...
You're not going to combo the ground attack, basically.
Right, yeah, you have to at least
it.
input the first one as if...
So you're still like dialing it in.
Yeah, you have to... You basically...
So weird.
You have to hit the ground button before you land. If you wait until you land, it is just not ever going to combo. It's not a true block string.
It's a string opener. So you know how if you're doing a grounded string, say it's like 1-1, right? You have to do the second one before the first one is done. Animating, because you have to cancel from the first one into the second one, right?
Okay.
That's like how Tekken works too.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing in the air. So if you do a jump 1 and you want to follow it up with 1, you need to press the button before the jump 1 is finished, which means before you are done jumping. Okay?
And basically,
that's it.
And it's like someone said in chat, you cannot hit confirm a single jump and attack. You kind of have to commit to it if you want to. You have to hit confirm the landing buttons. But
what you do is you input a string, and then if that string hits, you buffer in the special move.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Okay. All right. Well, like, it's weird because I think I just forget it because I know now that I know you have to dial it in, but dialing it in on a jump in to be like, okay, jump in 2, 3 or whatever I'm using like at the time of like combo. That's still just really weird.
It is.
Dude, just buffer 4, 2, down 3. It's overhead low. No one's ever gonna block it. You can beat everybody. It's not that. Just jump into overhead. Like, it's gonna hit everybody.
Yeah, it's exactly like MKX, MK9, Injustice 1. It's been the same way through all 4 of them. So
correct. Yeah. So it does have its own idiosyncrasies, but that's not something that I'm judging it one way or the other for. Just because I feel like that's as valid as anything. There's no there's nothing like inherently wrong about it.
Right.
So
because I mean,
fine.
like, here's the best way to explain it. When we played MK9, and I found out like when you did those moves like Scorpion 111, and then you did the spear and it wouldn't combo and it was hit reel, but it wasn't really a hit reel. I was like, this is the dumbest thing ever. Then people started using it in their strategy to put you in the hit stun to get a free jump in and everything like that. Like, as soon as I started seeing that, I'm like, oh, it's just different. This is actually cool. It's a different system, and I kind of like that. And you know what? It's kind of a unique system that I sometimes even think other games should kind of implement.
I think it's kind of cool myself, but it is a weird thing if you're trying to get into it in the first place.
Yeah, because like I had even thought of scenarios in Street Fighter V where a move like that might actually be kind of interesting. But in any case,
yeah. So I really enjoyed the gameplay. The characters I think are really well done. Steve, you and I were talking about this at ESL. How we like how the returning characters are similar enough to themselves that you could pick them up, so you're not like, swimming in some new ocean. You pretty much know how the water feels. But then when it comes to the new characters, they've put in a lot of weirdos, which is cool for people like me. I mean, there are a couple characters among the new ones that are like more straightforward, probably like
Black
Deadshot.
Canary.
Yeah, Canary's not super complicated. Robin's not either. But then there are lots of weird characters, so I really like that they did that mix.
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm right there with you guys. I was kind of like coming into it really like skeptical. I'm like, man, this is gonna be so whack. But like, one, the game looks a lot better when I'm playing it.
It does.
And two, it's just it's a really well designed game. Like, just looking at it and feeling it right now. I mean, even with me not being like familiar with it and whatever, it might be broken with the characters or whatever the case. It's just a really well designed game at this point.
Yeah, I think that,
Dude.
So far the characters don't seem wildly imbalanced to me, but obviously it's day one, so we'll see.
All right.
Dude, I got on and I opened my guild, David.
Yeah.
There's 50 people in my guild, right?
Nerd.
I have so many loot boxes. Oh my god, I swear. Because like the people in
What
your
is a
guild,
loot?
when
Well, a loot box.
Oh,
is what
loot box,
Oh, yeah,
loot
okay.
box. Oh,
Yeah,
I thought you said
so
loot
as
box.
the guild members play online or do single player content, like it unlocks loot boxes for everybody in the guild.
Oh my god.
Dude, I legit have like fucking I have like
20.
20 boxes or something like that. Like, it's crazy. I can't believe how many I have.
Oh, that's sick.
Well, I gotta get a guild, I guess.
Start an Ultra Chen guild.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Ultra Chen guild. Yeah, in fact, let us know if you would like to join anybody, because that sounds like a good idea, actually. Yeah, hey, so Steven, what do you think about the characters so far?
You mean like who do I think is good? Who do I that kind of stuff?
Yeah, that sort of stuff. But
Just, who are you enjoying right now?
who are you playing? Who do you think is fun?
I like when people are upset, so I've been playing Superman so far, and he is super fun. So he fits my style really well, and he's like very similar to how he was before.
Yeah.
And yeah, like, to be honest with you, I think a lot of the returning characters are they're very similar to their old self, but they're kind of like the straightforward footsie like basics, right? The new characters all have really funky kind of like weird designs, like they're either grapplers or zoners or like 50-50 characters. Like, they're all the oddballs. They play it safe with the returning characters, and then the characters that are newer, like, they're really like sort of like, oh, let's try some weird stuff and see how it goes. But yeah, so far I really like Superman. I think he's fun. Of the non-returning characters, so just the characters that like nobody else like are brand new, I really like Robin. I think Firestorm is really cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think that Captain Cold is ridiculously sick. Like, that character's set play potential is hilarious. Like, he's so cool. Dr. Fate has really cool zoning, and I think that character is really cool. Scarecrow is like dope. Poison Ivy's trait is so sick. She has a summon that's like super buff. Brainiac is dope. He's got a safe on block dive kick that's an overhead from half screen.
Yeah,
And you can meter burn it, and it has a follow-up that's overhead, and you get a full combo from it. And he has like a quadruple jump that he can keep like canceling and jump into itself over
what
and over.
the hell,
like,
really?
Yeah.
Like, dude, he's crazy. Swamp Thing has half-screen limbs and stuff. I mean, dude, he's so sick. Like, this character, oh man.
I mean, Swamp Thing has 3/4 screen command grabs.
Oh,
Yes.
he's like Conrad, basically.
He is, although they are duckable.
Oh, okay.
But
okay,
still
okay.
good. Still good. Yeah, so there's a lot of weird new stuff, and I really like the I mean, in particular, I'm playing weirdos as I do. You know, I prefer to play grapplers and zoners, and so the ones that I've landed on so far are Swamp Thing, Scarecrow, Bane, and Dr. Fate. And I thought Fate looked dumb before the game came out. I just think he he's got like a helmet.
Dude, yeah,
on.
I couldn't wait
It's
to
like
play
whatever. But he's super interesting as a character to play. And the others,
I'm sad about Dr. Fate's voice. Like I'm
Yo,
used
yeah?
to, but the problem is
you don't like it?
well, it's because I saw Justice League and he sounded like so normal there, and like he's just kind of like cool and everything like that.
I think he sounds sick in this one.
But he sounds too.
I think it sounds really cool. Like
Vengeance of Horse.
Like they get atmosphere really well in NRS games. That's why I'm really I like to see like all the little touches and nuances, and like it's really like well detailed.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, man. And I, Scarecrow's not the character that I thought he was. I thought he would be like Dawson, basically, but not at all like that. He's much more of a pressure character, but still really interesting. I would love to look more into Captain Cold, because setting out walls in the way he does is just really interesting to cut off the screen.
Yeah.
But in practice, he might end up just being like the setup super
Like there'll be
shenanigans
some like
character.
set play kind
Like
of stuff.
imagine this, like he has walls that cut off the screen, but he also has an ice grenade that puts a big bubble up onto the screen of blue, and if you're in that bubble, then you freeze after like a couple seconds, but you're caught behind the wall, so you can't move out of the freeze.
Gotcha.
So it's really, he doesn't have like high-low stuff super strongly, but like, man, he has some crazy potential.
Also, his mids are not great, and Superman 423s him to death. But his set play and neutral is pretty good.
That's actually kind of ironic that is it still 4-2-3 breath that you lock him down with? It's kind of ironic that it's
actually most characters don't have a really fast mid to deal with Superman's forward 2, so they have to commit to down poking, and if you just wait a split frame, his forward 2 is 8 frames and it's a mid. Yeah, like Robin is a good example of like he has like down 1-2 that he could try to do, but like all you have to do with Superman is wait a frame, and then they try to do down 1, and you whip punish that shit with forward 2. It's pretty sick.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, I just think it's ironic because it's the freeze breath it's blowing up Captain Cold. Come on. Like,
that's right.
Yeah, see, that's dumb.
That's
really stupid to me. That really bothers me. Man.
That's great.
All right. Well, I don't even know who to use yet, to be honest with you. I can't wait to actually go through, because I mean, I used Catwoman last time, right? And I might use her again just because I'm familiar with her, just to get started, but I really want to find a new character, in my opinion, because Catwoman, I'm afraid I might end up with Cammy syndrome, in which she's kind of boring. But
why don't you play Flash? He was all hype about it. I'm thinking about playing Flash.
Flash is pretty cool.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that too.
Like, I think you might enjoy him. He's kind of a buttonsy fella.
Dude, I like the character select animation. You know how when they beat each other up and they all go into slow motion, it's like and it's all slow motion.
That's hilarious.
But see, finally they did something cool with Flash, is that he punches you and then he just stands there and he's like, "My God, this guy's reeling forever." And I just thought that was the sickest thing, dude. Like, I was so happy about that. I am not playing Cheetah.
Just because she looks bad.
Just because
her face is gross.
Yeah, she looks a little jank.
They really buffed up the faces and animation in general, but that one is a holdover of the Dark Age for sure.
I've got good news.
What's that?
I got a platinum loot box because our guild got the weekly challenge of throwing 750 interactables.
Oh man,
that's pretty sick, right? It doesn't get much better than that. Platinum loot boxes because my guild is grinding.
All right, well, you open that up and let me know what happens. All right.
I'm so scared to open it. I actually want to wait until I stream.
Oh, that's actually a good idea. That's a good idea.
All right,
Dude,
fine.
I got 13 loot boxes. I just counted from guild members.
How is Harlequin?
Harlequin seems to me like she's pretty good, although somebody at ESL today said that they thought she was not, so I'm not sure either way.
She might be kind of fun. I mean, I just like the character, right?
Yeah.
I've always just liked Harlequin, the character.
She's good in the story mode. They did a good job with her in story. Okay. I would definitely check that out. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's basically every archetype. You know what I mean? Like, there's there's button Z mid-range or button Z far away or button Z pressure or whatever kind of button pressing you want to do, you can do.
I mean, I've got to try. I mean, like, obviously the original problems of Injustice still exist, right? Which is the animations, although, I mean, the graphics look a lot better. I still
Definitely
think
improved,
the
but
animations are still kind of meh.
Yeah.
But, again, music, God, like...
It's improved. I would say that.
It's improved. I think
It's
they
not
focus
great.
more on atmosphere than the music.
Right.
They did a better job with it, though.
I still feel like we gotta just find our own music and just start playing it. Like, just go find, like, the original Danny Elfman Batman soundtrack and just start playing it in the background or playing
Put some Tyler Bates over it, man. I feel like Tyler Bates would go really well over Injustice, man. That guy's, like, ridiculous when it comes to, like, setting the atmosphere
what is
with,
else?
like, good music.
What has he done?
Oh, like 300?
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, he's, like, ridiculous.
Yeah. Then of course...
I'm actually not sure if the game has music. I've had it open since the podcast started, and I actually just realized I'm not sure if I've heard anything.
You know, when I was recording the videos for the YouTube thing, I actually had to turn down the game's music.
What?
Really?
Totally honest, man.
Whoa.
It was on the Scarecrow level. It was not
Oh,
weapons.
okay.
It's like the Bayou level.
Huh.
So
Okay. Yeah, I haven't really looked back at the videos I recorded yet, so maybe I'll have to check. I did a couple of things. I did like a couple of character breakdowns and some
cool,
B&B
okay.
videos.
Sweet.
So I'm gonna upload those.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
definitely follow youtube.com/SupermanSayJam because Steven will be putting up all of his character breakdowns like he did for Injustice.
Superman, let's go.
Now, the other thing too, I will say this. I tweeted about this because I was watching ESL. I know it's about speed. I know people hate waiting, but I kind of want to make a plea to NRS players.
Are we hitting the table? I was going along. I was matching your rhythm.
Oh, was I hitting the table? Oh, sorry about that. But like,
It was like a war chant. I was following.
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
okay. No, because like,
I heard, like, boobs.
I
That's what
honestly,
I'm saying.
I honestly feel like players have got to stop the pause rematch, pause character selecting at the end of matches. Like
Oh, really?
it kills the viewer experience so badly, and it's great for the players, but the viewer, like, I saw a lot of people complaining about it in the ESL chat, and every time I see it, it drives me nuts because it's like, oh, it's coming down to the wire, he's gonna boom, pause, go restart. And then not only that too, but if you actually think about it from a production standpoint, what's one of the coolest parts is in between the matches, you get to go to the camera to the players and you get to see their
Right.
reaction and they're like, oh, or, you know, like you see them kind of like thinking or whatever like that. Like, I even remember there was one point in time that one of the producers of a stream was talking about mandating like a 1 minute you can't rematch in Street
I
Fighter
remember that
to
conversation.
bring that in there. Injustice, Mortal Kombat, all the games, because they skipped that, I feel like it's hurting the viewership. Like, and I understand the players are salty and they want to get back in there really fast, but I really feel like it's hurting the viewership. Like, it's taking away some of... Because the other thing, too, is usually when you get that KO... Now, one thing is, in NRS games don't have exciting KOs, right? But when they do happen, the players, the viewers still get that cathartic release. Like, if it's a close match, like, oh, boom, oh my god, oh, you got hit, and you kind of get this
But
calm...
those RS matches already take, like, a long time anyway.
Yeah, that's the
Actually,
problem.
they were pretty...
It depends on the match.
Yeah, and even some of the zoning matches today, like, you would look at it and be like, wow, Black Adam versus Aquaman, that's going to take forever. But they do, like, 50% damage combos, so it goes faster than you might expect. But I'm with you. It's not something that I really care about, but I know enough people do care about it that, like, and the nice thing is that they actually sped up how quickly the game just goes to, like, start.
Oh,
like, it
okay,
doesn't take
okay.
forever anymore.
Okay, that's
you know,
good.
so you no longer have to press pause, like, immediately. You can just,
Right.
like, wait until the game is like, all right, what do you want to do?
Because
It's really
literally
not that
there
long.
was...
This game has built-in replays.
What do you mean?
Injustice.
There's like a Street Fighter replay thing
oh,
in here.
okay.
Sick, I didn't know.
I just went into extras and it's here. Like, I'm watching a replay from yesterday. It's pretty sick. I didn't know about this.
Didn't know that either. That is very cool. So that would be nice if people change that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that matches need to be 240 seconds long.
Wait, what do you mean they're 240 seconds long?
That's what the timer is.
Oh, really?
The default timer.
Do you feel like
it's 4 minutes?
Whoa.
It's very long. Yeah.
That's like,
I mean, like, none of the matches even went close to timeout. Like, the most was, like, halfway down.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
that's a long ass time.
And keep in mind,
minutes.
that's for 2 rounds, right, at a minimum. But 4 minutes is, like, on the upper side of what it needs to be, for sure. So
Right.
I think that's probably 180 seconds.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think... but you know what? It's kind of like the whole Melee thing, right? They put this timer up to this length, but you know what? Most likely, it's never going to get there anyway, just because of the way the game's played.
But I do like timeouts. I mean, I think timeouts are cool to have sometimes.
Oh, so you would rather add the timer so that there is a pressure...
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, think about it like in matches in other games.
That's chip damage, so that's even more so. Like, I think that really would, like, that'll make the game even more enjoyable to watch.
I think so, too.
Less time
and to play.
And, like, yeah.
Okay, I understand that.
Well, that's about it for me, though. I mean, like you said, it's not... the animations are still a little weird sometimes. Like, it's definitely an NRS game, but it, in my opinion, is way improved over how it's been in the past. So that's cool with me. And everything else in the game is awesome. One player is great. The story mode's great. The versus modes are cool. Tournament mode, they put in a lot of time. Like, in tournament mode, not only is there random gear, but pressing start does not immediately pause. It takes a few seconds to they just put in so much time into all of these things. Like, it's so well done.
I remember everybody was
very
so
happy
worried
with
about NRS. They're like, man, NRS is like, we're gonna have a tournament mode. Everybody's like, gear is gonna ruin us. We'll never survive. And then NRS created a super sick tournament mode.
Yeah, they did a good job. And you know what? What's really cool about that is that you can tell that they did it because they probably talked to a lot of people.
Oh yeah,
you can totally tell that they just
had a lot of people in house. I mean, Chris G was there working on the game too, right?
Yeah,
he was there.
I don't think he can enter tournaments for a while though, right?
He cannot, including Evo.
Really?
Oh,
he cannot enter Evo.
That sucks.
That sucks.
I mean, it does, but he made that choice, so he knew it going into it.
And the testers.
Yeah,
they did. They
literally did.
I mean, not in like weekly tournaments, but if there's money that's coming from NRS, then the testers cannot play.
Right.
That's why I didn't become a tester.
Oh, were you actually offered that?
Yeah, I actually was.
Oh, dang.
That's not why I didn't do it. It's because I couldn't like take 2 weeks off of my job. Just like be like, all right, Kentley, good luck with the cats for 2 weeks. I couldn't do that, so I didn't do it. But yeah, I thought that would have been cool though.
Yeah.
So they definitely did talk with a lot of people, and I mean, I was thinking about it, how I remember a conversation that I had with Hector, who used to be like the dude at NRS when MK9 came out. We were on stream after MK9 came out at, I think, UFGT, and I was supposed to interview him, and the first question that I asked was something like, why is training mode so terrible? and then I asked, like, how come the button config is the worst in any fighting game ever? Because it was. Like, you had to go all the way back out to the options and the menu. It was horrible. And to see where they've gone from that is, like, pretty great. Pretty great.
Yeah, no, it's great. I'm so happy that they've actually taken the time to make sure that they kind of have this nice, fully fledged product here. So, I mean, yeah, obviously there's a lot of, you know, it just sucks. Street Fighter 5 just makes me sad. Okay, it's obviously everyone knows exactly why I'm saying this. Okay, so yeah.
For sure.
Oh man.
Well, I'm happy with the game so far. We'll see how it shapes up.
Yeah, I can't wait to play it. Like I said, I'm really eager to try to find a character that might gel with me. You know,
yeah, I'm sure they'll be able to find it. And just before we quit talking about this, I just want to say I know that I was looking at some of the chat today for the ESL, and there's a lot of zoning that happens in Injustice.
Oh yeah. We should talk about this. Yeah.
2 things about that. 1, cool. You finally get to see zoning in a game. Like I feel like it happens in some games, obviously, but as a sort of general overarching thing, zoning is not as strong in many games as it has been in the past. Cool, we get to see it again. But on top of that, it's like day one, and people do the like very obvious things day one. So a lot of the stuff on ESL was previous characters who were in Injustice 1 who were pretty similar, and they're like the slow-paced pace control characters, because that's like the easy, stable stuff.
Yeah.
Right? So you see that at the start, And people are talking about Deadshot right now. Is he too ridiculous? Maybe. Actually, he's kind of crazy. He's kind of crazy. But we'll see. And what I was very encouraged by was in talking with people at ESL today, Pig the Hut, Tom Brady, Slayer, we were all having this conversation about this. Nobody wants to see patches until after Evo. They all were very clear. Look, let the game breathe.
Right.
Don't do it. Yeah. We just want to find things out. And coming from, sort of community leaders like that, and knowing that NRS does pay close attention to that stuff, I really hope that happens. I really hope. I don't expect it.
Make the game so much more enjoyable.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I don't expect it, but maybe more hands off at least. Maybe not every month. I don't know, like something that's better than before, and that gave me some encouragement.
I mean, at this point in time, I still remember, only if it's something super broken.
Yes.
Only if it's something super broken, I think it's worth doing.
Yes. Like the Gorilla Grodd Infinite.
Oh, is there one right now?
He has an Infinite, yeah.
Oh no.
With the jump, command jump thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has like a restand and a command jump and a restand and a command jump. You can just keep looping it.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, fine, but in general, I'd really like to let the game breathe. So, like what happened in the previous one, where everybody complained about not Deadshot, Deathstroke,
Deathstroke,
Deadshot, Deathstroke, Deadpool.
Dude, tell me about it. But there were lots of complaints about it, and they did nerf him, and then he was garbage for a while.
Right.
And he ended up being viable not even as a zoner. He was like a pressure character. Some people used him. So just let Deadshot hang out for a while.
Yeah.
Please.
I agree. I remember when the game Injustice 1 first came out, Eris was beating everybody up at the run back or Wednesday night fights. Yeah, and it was fun. I know a lot of people were mad at the zoning, but I thought that was cool. That was the early meta. You know what I mean?
He got top 16 at Evo or something.
Yeah,
he did really well in that game.
Yeah. So I think just let it breathe for a little bit, let it go, no patches. I 100% agree with that. 100% agree. Except for Gorilla Grodd Infinite, right? Okay, that makes sense.
I feel like that's the only case. Unless it's like some game breaking glitch, they should let it rock.
Mm-hmm.
With that.
Agreed.
Oh, he got 9th at Evo. Yeah, he did well. He was good.
Yeah, he did.
All right. Well, it's a good game. I highly recommend it.
Yeah, I mean, if the zoning does bother you, I mean, just really take the time to understand the angles and the spacing of the zoning and understand how... And, they even... I didn't see anyone use the meter roll today. Right.
There you go.
So, we just haven't figured out how to use all the new systems yet.
For sure. And keep in mind that the grand, I don't know, 4 people who played, but the last several matches of the final match was Batman versus Atrocitus, which was definitely pressure versus pressure. Mm-hmm. So it's not always going to be zoning.
Right.
There's all different styles represented. So.
Yeah, that was a super offensive set.
Yeah.
It was Pig having a trait and doing he has a summon and doing mix-ups, and then Batman doing mix-ups behind his projectile summon thing.
For sure.
And they're like, man, look at all this zoning.
Dude, actually, it was very funny looking at the chat sometimes, because when Pig was playing earlier, it was all about, oh my god, he spams zoning, this guy is terrible, he's not... And then when he went to Atrocitus and he was going in with 4-2, people were like, oh, look at this guy, he's just hiding behind the trait playing this offense. This offense is so easy. Alright, come on.
See, what are you going to do?
Win, dude. You just can't win.
Yeah.
I mean, look, they're
not playing, they don't understand.
Yeah, it's the KOF 14 syndrome, right? When I retweeted someone there, asking why do people not play it? Everyone's like, it's not on PC, others would play it. Now that it's now announced on Steam, I was 100% okay, what's your excuse now?
Right.
And they're gonna, if they don't want to play it, they will find a reason not to play it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I guess that's it for Injustice.
Quick question before we go to a break. Steven, so you have to take off now? Or did you want to stick around?
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to stick around for long. I'm here for Injustice.
Okay, but you're not going to... Have you got a chance to mess with Ed at all by any chance?
I actually got to play him a little bit when I got back.
Okay.
I have no idea what his game plan is.
I think a lot of
he's
people
real
are in that
weird.
same
I
boat.
feel like he's going to take some time to figure out for sure. I don't think he is very obvious. Like, I think the orb is probably legit, you know?
Yeah, the V trigger.
But, yeah, like, I'm not exactly sure what the strategy is. Yeah, it's going to be really weird to see. But,
okay, all right.
Yeah, I don't know. He looks cool.
Okay.
I can't do hands amazingly well, so, you know. Like, like pianoing.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, I guess what we'll do then, I guess we'll take a break, and we're going to lose Sajam, but you're going to stick around, right, Steve?
Yeah, I ain't got to be longer.
Okay.
Yes, yeah, we're good.
Okay, cool. Then we'll be right back, guys. Don't go anywhere.